First of all, Coach, two questions. How is Ja, and what exactly did he hurt again? And what did you tell your team after today's loss?
Yeah, he's in some pain. Tough fall there. X-rays were negative. More evaluation for the next 2 days before Game 2. Told the guys, hey, we talked about this before. The playoffs started at the beginning of the week. It's first to four. It's one game at a time. We've shown a lot of resiliency in previous playoffs throughout the season. Just got to focus on that. Come out, just continue to put our work in each day. Did some good things tonight. We did some not so good things tonight. And we just got to clean it up. And we just got to keep taking it one game at a time. Guys were in really good spirits. Obviously disappointing. You're definitely pissed off after a game. When you take a loss to start out the series, but been in this position before, just got to focus on just tomorrow's day.
What did you make of Jaren's performance? What do you think he did well, and how can he, keep this up through the full series?
Yeah, no, I thought he was extremely well, played extremely well, aggressive. Obviously they're going to probably start throwing double teams at him, so kind of figuring that out. But I thought when he got to his spots on the floor, he found the angles to get separation, have, nice finishing game, obviously knocking down threes, free throws, doing what he does on the defensive side. I mean, he was huge for us, just trying to find him different ways to be aggressive, whether it's on the perimeter or on the inside. I thought he did a really good job tonight, and it's going to be interesting to see what their game plan is and adjustments, and we got to be ready for it.
Taylor, when Ja fell, it looked like he fell, and then like his wrist also didn't look great there. Is his wrist being evaluated as well as his hand at this point?
I think the medical team's looking at everything.
Okay, and when he returned to the bench, did you know at that time he was not available to check back in the game, or was there any possibility at that point that he might?
Yeah, they said an emergency situation, but probably the smartest thing was just to hold him out as we continue to go through evaluation.
Taylor in the back. I know it's so early, but is this a new injury to Ja or on that fall, or going back to just adding on to what happened after that Milwaukee game?
I mean, obviously it was a different fall, and it was in the same area, so can't tell if it's exactly that. They got more further evaluation to see, compared to what had happened in the Milwaukee game.
And secondly, when you get ready for this game, obviously you knew they had the parts that were there. To see Reeves and Hachimura come up as big as they did, that had to be something that really went well for them in this game.
Yeah, those guys played extremely well. Obviously, Reeves late in the game, Hachimura, got a lot of open threes tonight. We'll continue to discuss the game plan. He played extremely well. I thought the ball moved really well for the Lakers tonight. We just got to continue to go watch the film and see where we got to make the necessary adjustments. But if we're going to give up 50 points in transition on the boards, it's going to be really tough no matter what happens in the half court.
Okay. Along those lines, they were plus 27 with Anthony Davis on the floor. He obviously did damage on the glass, blocking shots. How do you combat that? He's obviously a fantastic player, but how do you combat that? Just in terms of you can't have him dominating like he did inside today.
Yeah, sure. More effort on the boards. It's a collective effort. It's easier said than done. And then obviously we got to identify when we've got crowds that we're playing and we turned it over too much tonight. He blocked 7 shots. He's elite for a reason. He sets a tone for the aggressive defense that they play. We just got to make some smarter decisions around there when he's at the basket.
I have 2 questions. I guess just to get the ball rolling on this, do you expect Ja will be able to play in 2 days?
We're taking it one day at a time. I can't answer that until I get full. I'm not the medical expert. So.
And then bigger picture, before he got hurt, what did you think of how he played today?
I thought he was good, aggressive, obviously trying to get a feel for their game plan. They were a little bit more aggressive than we expected, pick up points, driving downhill, knock down some big shots. He was getting his floater to go early in the first half, knocking down threes as well. And that second half was big. They're going to throw a lot of different bodies at him. It's Vanderbilt, and they throw Schroeder at him. They're up in the pick and rolls. They're back. I thought he navigated the game pretty well. Was kind of learn and see, how we got to adapt to those different game plans they throw out throughout the game.
Taylor, just wondering, Rui, at what point, when a player like that is shooting as well as he was in that third quarter, did you attempt to shift some things on him? What were those conversations, and just how do you think that played out in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, first look wasn't game plan related. Second look was. Then they had a drive and kick. We were in rotations. They found him for an open 3. And then I think there was another one late in the game that was off an early pass. Russell did a good job tonight distributing early, 7 assists to an open 3. So we definitely had our dialogues. He found just enough open space. Teammates did a great job finding him. So definitely something we got to clean up.
Now, Coach, looking at the box score, of course, you lose by 16. The game was a lot closer to that than that. But what would you point to is the reason why, if you had to tell your team, why exactly did you all get this L today?
We didn't execute the priorities of the game plan. Get back, execute half-court defense, and get rebounds.